Hello? Is it working? Sounds like it.
All right. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing this evening? I know we had a little rain today, but now we are ready for the Clovers soccer, right? All right, I got a little chant for everyone. When I say Savannah, you say Clovers. Is that right? And you have to match my inflection. So if I say Savannah, you say
of the national anthem in honor of student night, singing the Star Spangled Banner this evening from Island High School, Savannah Davis, a senior who will be attending Valdosta State University for theater performance. Fellow senior Ella Knight, who will be attending the University of Georgia, majoring in business. Alongside Junior Sam Anakin and sophomore Evan Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, please sing loud and proud as these brave students lead us in the Star Spangled Banner.
If you want, we're going to go ahead.
What's the falling we have that the twilight singing, whose bright and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ground that we walk.
Welcome back here to Memorial Savannah Clovers Soccer, getting you ready here on Student Night, where your Savannah Clovers will be taking on Gold Star Detroit in this NISA matchup, streaming live here on 11 Sports. Kyle Lawson here with you, along with Mike Blanton. All right, looks like the weather's passed a little bit, and looks like we may be able to get this game in. And right now the crowd is filing in, and looks like we're going to be ready to kick off here in a moment of minutes, Mike.
Yeah, Kyle, looking forward to a good evening of fast-paced soccer between these two teams who have a little bit of blood between them from their last match a few weeks back.
That was a tough one. Yeah, a lot of weather. I mean, it's crazy. There was a 40-degree swing today. It got up to about 91 today, and the weather's held off. We got pretty much a downpour a little bit earlier, and it looks like we're going to be able to get this game in as the best in the business, Jacob Noterman on the PA, reading out the lineups. We have them here, and I'll read them off as follows. For Gold Star Detroit, in goal, number 33, Brandon Barnes. Defense, number 16, Kwabena Boateng. Number 15, Yaya Cisse. Number 22, Dakota Lobsiger. Number 4, Lionel Palma. Captain, number 19, Cameron Schneider. And number 7, Dan Wright. Number 21, Alex Dalu. Number 10, Roddy Green. Number 9, Junior Rosero. And number 23, Vladimir Jokic. And here's the starting lineup for your Savannah Clovers. In goal, number 1, Jack Pondy. At defense, number 3, Theo Wickman. Number 19, Shandon Wright, captain. Number 5, recent arrival, Dan DeLeon at center back. And number 23, Chandler Vaughn, also recently signed from Los Angeles Galaxy 2. Midfielders are as follows: Andrew Barrowman, number 18. Number 14, Zach Hargreaves. Number 8, Aaron Martinez. And up front, number 9, Joel Bunting. And making his first professional start, number 16, Mikel Green. And number 15, Andy Sanchez. And coached by the Clovers, Coach David Proctor. Pretty good lineup.
Yeah, Kyle, right you are. It's looking like it's going to be a very fast-paced lineup. They're pushing with a 4-3-3, hoping to get on the front foot and get the first goal of the game.
Yeah, that was key, and we talked a little bit about it in the pregame, and also had a good chat with Coach David Proctor. We talked about those things. Set pieces are going to be important tonight, but also getting started early is going to be so important for the Clovers. Get out there, make an impact. Cal Green has got some size up there at that big number 9-4 position, and he's going to be looking to Joel Bunting to try to create for him out there, along with Andy Sanchez on that right wing.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what Joel Bunting can do from that wing position. He's traditionally started off for the Clovers playing more of dead up top striker.
Yeah, but, central forward, absolutely.
Yes, being able to use his speed, push him to the outside, and hopefully get some balls into the box for Cal Green.
Starting to get some more people filing in here. I mean, the crowd's a little bit light due to the inclement weather, but I mean, the supporters section, they're out there banging the drum. If you're in the area, come on out. If you can't join us, tune into 11sports.com all season to catch every Savannah Clovers match for free. Jack Pondy, Shandon Wright, all the leaders of the Clovers getting ready, having a little bit of a pep talk right there. Tonight's officials, get those for you in a moment here. Head referee, Russell Miller. And our assistant referees are Caleb Lewis, Stefan Perry. And our fourth official tonight will be Ashton Miller. Forgot to mention, the Gold Star Detroit is coached by Alex Lubyansky. So hopefully we get out there, we attack early. They're playing the Rocky theme out there. I didn't hear no bell. That was horrible. Here we go. It looks like we're about ready to kick off here. And for the first half, Gold Star will have the kickoff.
I rather enjoyed that reference, Kyle. I come from the Philadelphia area.
I was about to say, yeah, makes you want to run to the Wawa, doesn't it?
It does. Up the steps of the art museum.
Yeah.
And right onto Wawa.
Sounds like a good time. This should be a good one. The weather's held off for us. We're looking at a good one here at Memorial. Mentioned here a little bit after we get started, some interesting choices for the lineup here as we get underway here at Memorial. Gold Star always works in the back. They have a really experienced back four that have been together for a few seasons now.
Yeah, based on the last match, Gold Star played really well out of the back. They're definitely a very cohesive unit. Work very well with their goalkeeper, Brandon Barnes. Possession out of the back is going to be key for what they want to do, and hopefully the Clovers can use that press and make some trouble for them.
Hargreaves going to drop it all the way back. Trying to get a little something going in the middle with Aaron Martinez. Looks like we got our first foul of the match. Tough challenge, and that one might have caught a stud right there at midfield.
Gold Star definitely looking to make an impact in the very beginning of this game, coming out hard with that tackle.
Hard challenge. Shandon Wright clatters to the ground. Should be okay. Definitely got a piece of boot there.
Looks okay, back up on his feet.
Shakes it off, a little bit of a knock. First foul of the game. Play it quickly over to Hargreaves. Theo Wickman. Joel Bunting looking for his man, Aaron Martinez. If he can get a little bit of help in the middle. And it's deflected all the way back out of play. Wickman's going to look to throw quickly. Now he's stalling for time a little bit. Might have been an extra ball on the pitch. Cal Green, as I mentioned, making his first professional start. The youngest player on the Clovers roster. He's here to take the throw. Well, that's a deep throw right into the box.
Dangerous throw.
Yeah, dangerous throw. Easily handled by Barnes. A deep throw.
That's really looking to be a good weapon. Anytime you can have a player who can take a long throw in like that, it's almost playing as a set piece or a corner kick every time. Get that ball into the box.
I mean, he threw it right into the 18, and Wickman was right there. Couldn't get much on that header, but, I mean, it's a good idea, good chance. New Clover, Daniel DeLeon. Playing it back out to Captain Shandon Wright. Works it up the wing. We might have a little bit of something here inside the box. And he's run out of real estate.
Already, you're seeing the Clovers really push forward, try and take advantage of a mistake there by the Gold Star Detroit.
Yeah, really beat him in transition there. We're only in the third minute here. No score. Clovers taking on Gold Star Detroit. A rematch of 3 weeks ago. Remember, if you were here, that wet, rainy night. Clovers lost 1-0 in a game that really was anybody's in those kind of conditions.
Already setting up a little better here for possession for the Clovers.
The biggest thing Coach Proctor talked to me about earlier was keep the shape. Can you find a way in that diamond formation that you're running, that 4-4-3? Can you hold that for 90 minutes? It's so important, especially when you don't want to lose the ball in transition.
Yeah, they're expecting some of the forwards to check back in and help out that midfield as needed. That's where you're going to get a little more support there in the midfield.
Out of play, Dakota Lobsiger to take the throw for Gold Star, their first throw of the match. Lobsiger. Guarded closely by Bunting. Pushes back out to Alex Dallow, out to the midfield. And they're going to drop it all the way back and reset. Leo Palma. Back to Dallow. Closely guarded by Aaron Martinez. Really trying to force him out wide. Cal Green comes together with Kwabema Boateng. And Boateng took the worst of that challenge.
A bit of a tough call there, Kyle. Looked like there was just two players going up for the ball and some incidental contact. Ref saw it as a foul.
Right. It's one of those, okay, he didn't get to the ball. There was contact off the ball, so by rule you got to call that. But really, I don't think there's anything in that. He won't be talked to or anything like that. From head referee Russell Miller. Free kick Gold Star, trying to whip it in. Pretty deep ball. Lobsiger. Aaron Martinez trying to get back, help out on defense. Roddy Green, back to Lobsiger. Boateng playing it in deep. Does he have anybody? No, he doesn't, and it's headed away.
Good defensive stand right here by the Clovers.
Ooh, that was a tough challenge. Cal Green going into Dakota Lobsiger. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Mike.
Cal Green certainly trying to make a name for himself already, picking up a yellow card here.
That was a hasty challenge, and that was a tough move from a. Oh, that was a tough play in there. I don't think there was any intent there, but he was clearly late to the tackle, and he's in the books.
He's got to be a little more careful here with a lot of game left, but
yeah, only 6 minutes in.
Savannah yellow card. Assessed to number 16, Mikhail Green. 5 minutes in. Yellow card for Green.
That almost caught me by surprise there, Mike. Yeah, he came in hard on that challenge.
yeah, it's just an eager kid getting his debut here, starting. Just really wants to make a name for himself here on the team.
It's tough to control the adrenaline. You can certainly see that, but I mean the foul comes
Absolutely.
to nothing. Jack Pondy out for a goal kick. A human night like tonight, he's going to be able to boom that ball to midfield easily. Headed away for Clover's throw. Chandler Vaughn, newest Savannah Clover, out to Hargreaves.
Great pickup by the Clovers, hoping to expand their lineup, get a little more depth on the.
We might have a little something here in transition here. Ball out wide, trying to use the wingbacks a little bit more with Theo Wickman, and it's knocked out of play. You were saying?
I was saying, picking up Chandler Vaughn here, that's really nice to expand the bench, get a little more depth on the team. I know Coach Proctor's wanted to talk about building out of the back a little bit better, so adding some more depth to the team from there will be excellent going forward.
Absolutely. Very deep bench, and I've actually got some interesting names that are currently on the bench, some starters that have seen some time here. Mention that. As Gold Star retreats, the likes of Mason Moyers, Alex Arides, and Adon Tate, starters for the first 3 matches for the Clovers, currently on the bench tonight. So there's going to be some firepower coming off the bench, especially when you see a young guy like Cal Green out there who will probably go about 60 minutes in his first professional start. So there's certainly some depth that may come into the game tonight.
Yeah, it's an interesting change of tactics here for Coach Proctor. Having some of these starters, they've played some good ball over these past few games, but once you see the second half and 60th, 70th minute come in, you're going to see a little bit more depth off the bench to help spell some of these players that are, playing lights out and playing fast and hard.
And you got to think the bye week really helped the Clovers as well, kind of get their legs with them. There is a little bit of a walking wounded right now. Ford Hunt, defender for the Clovers, is currently missing tonight's game, has some back issues right now. Coach Proctor doesn't think he'll be out for more than at least a match. He's going to need a week to get back to full fitness training.
Yeah, I'm familiar with back injuries myself, Kyle. Unfortunately, it's just
as Joel
getting
Bunting
old.
is taken down, that's going to be a free kick.
Tough challenge there on Bunting.
Yeah, a little bit. Got him from behind. He's still down. They say play on. Cal Green going in, trying to get a chance.
Great early ball, but a great defensive play there by Gold Star Dallas.
The other D, Detroit. Hey, this is live broadcasting. This is why we do it. It's okay. It's going to go out for a goal kick. No chances for either side, really. Very early, only the 10th minute of the match.
Yep, teams still just feeling each other out, trying to see where the best possession's going to come.
Barrowman picks it back up. Gonna work it out to Daniel DeLeon. Tries to circle back, looking for Theo Wickman.
Excellent ball to space.
Oh, absolutely. Working back into the middle. Zach Hargreaves trying to go out wide here. Again, yeah, still trying to keep the shape, but still trying to fill Gold Star out because, I mean, they've got the video on us as well. Ball played in deep. Going to be way too far for Joel Bunting. Easily scooped up by Brandon Barnes.
Seeing early, the Clovers are wanting to switch the field of play.
Yeah, they are. They're changing directions really well. I like that. It hasn't produced any chances, but you got to think it will. Martinez, a little bit of a challenge there, and yeah, that's a foul.
Gold Star hoping to play a little advantage there as they're about to build an attack, but slowed it up for the free kick.
Yeah, the stoppage of play was key. You don't want to see us exposed at the back here. Cisse plays it out wide. Andy Sanchez in hot pursuit there. Clovers trying to take back over Cal Green. Long legs and that big speed, trying to keep possession here. Guarded closely until it's finally taken back by Dan Wright. And it's finally redirected away. Wickman trying to get it back to Martinez. Gets back to Hargreaves. Or, excuse me, Berriman. Berriman's taken down. Obvious foul there. Dallows looks like he's getting the final warning there.
Going to be our first free kick here in the offensive third for the Clovers.
Played quickly out. Occupying that wingback role. Theo Wickman whips it in, but there's nobody home. And that's untouched. Going to go out of play for another goal kick.
Like the idea of the early ball, Kyle. Hopefully trying to pick out Cal Green there, use his size.
Well, and Theo, I mean, he can play up and down that left wing, and he can absolutely whip it given the opportunity. Dallo working to the midfield, 4-back for the Clovers. Quickly played in. Not much on that shot. Wouldn't even really call that a chance for Dakota Lobsiger. He basically scuffed it towards Jack Pondy.
Pondy, no trouble with that at all. Excellent form.
The big man between the sticks.
Very technically sound goalkeeper.
It helps being 6'5", 220. Bunting trying to win that challenge. Looks like it might have been deflected a little bit. He wanted to work that out. Switch directions. Goes all the way out of play. Junior Rosero unable to come up with that. Quick throw. Bunting. Looking for Aaron Martinez. Martinez quickly taken away by Dallo. He's trying to look to have a little bit of a break there.
Tough giveaway in the midfield there.
Shots quickly deflected, but not out of trouble. Redirected, and the shot is a little bit wide. And luckily for the Clovers, it goes out of play. Goal kick.
Detroit trying to make a little something out of nothing there. They pick up a turnover in the midfield.
They really did. I mean, that's so key. The biggest thing for the Clovers is a young defensive core. Even though you have some really talented you have a talented center back in Shandon Wright, Theo Wickman, but you've got a side that's not only is young, but still learning to play together after only playing together for literally a month and a half.
Yeah, major difference between these two teams here. Though Detroit, they are also expansion team, but they have been together for a few years, whereas the Clovers just coming together this year. Yeah,
I mean, the Clovers are not only an expansion side, but they are literally a side. If you look in the past years of the Clovers, from our semi-pro amateur ranks, none of these players, we had more senior players at that time, are no longer with the club. This is easily one of the youngest sides in NISA. Roddy Green Jr. getting a couple of words from referee Miller. It's played back in, headed all the way back to Barnes. Still a few fans filing in here. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, all things considered with the weather earlier, crowd's definitely looking good tonight, making a lot of noise out there. You have our First City supporters banging on the drums.
Yeah, I love that drum. Who doesn't love a good drum?
The heartbeat of the stands.
Got that right. First City supporters banging away. Played over to the middle. Vlad Jokic trying to make a little something, a little bit of burst of speed. Quick shot off the goalpost. Defense caught napping a little bit there, and we are lucky to escape unscathed there.
Goalkeeper's best friend, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, in between the sticks. I did not expect them to be able to have a chance.
Yeah, seemingly another play out of nothing there. Get a great break down the middle, push it wide for a quick shot.
Yeah, losing the ball in transition is so difficult as Cal Green takes
Excellent.
it back over. Excellent. Looks what he was trying to do, get the ball back over to Joel Bunting. Really couldn't make anything happen there. Clovers take over once again. Aaron Martinez works it in and quickly gathered up by the central defenders of Gold Star. Worked all the way back to the Clovers defense. Shandon Wright. Alex Dalu plays it out. That'll go for a throw. Chandler Vaughn to take that quickly. Martinez looking to turn and go. Not a lot of space. They're going to change directions with Theo Wickman.
Great ball out of pressure.
Hargreaves plays it up to Martinez. Looking to get it over to Joel Bunting on that wing. He's looking to cross. Does he have numbers? What does he have? He's going to go for goal, and it's quickly smothered by Barnes. Tried to catch the keeper napping a little bit. Really couldn't get much on the shot.
Great attempt. Really good build up there out of the back. Started with defense to the midfield. And you can see the shape of the Clovers building into that 4-3-3, taking advantage of getting those numbers forward.
They're holding. My only concern is a little bit, can they can hold in the back, but can they avoid losing the ball in transition?
Right you are, Kyle. That's going to be a big thing to pay attention to here as the game progresses.
Bold strategy.
Let's see how it plays out.
I'm really trying not to laugh right now. This is why broadcasts are fun, Mike.
Promise, only try and keep a couple of those per game.
Hey,
don't want to overdo
well,
it.
you
here.
don't want a dull broadcast. I'm completely with you. Jack Pondy to take. Deflected away. Offsides? May have offsides there.
Yeah, it looked like you stepped back from an offside position.
Wickman. Out to Aaron Martinez.
Excellent footwork on the line.
Joel Bunting looking for Cal Green if he can drop it back. And they're going to rebuild. Back over to Daniel De Leon. Oh, that was almost a dangerous turnover there. Alex Dalu collects for Gold Star.
Another ball out wide.
In there quickly. Headed away by De Leon. Excellent header to clear.
Good recovery by the Clovers defense there. They're almost exposed once again.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's avoid that. Unforced errors. Berriman. Martinez working out to Chandler Vaughn. He's got a lot of speed from the back. He will definitely work his way up, much in the mold of similar type of game that Theo Wickman plays over there on that right back position.
Speaking of.
Yeah, over to Wickman, back to De Leon. See if he looks to try to play it in deep. Don't really have the numbers up top.
Gold Star not pressing much right now. They're just absorbing this pressure.
Andy Martinez, we know about his speed. Ball's worked back. Hargreaves, back to Martinez. De Leon. A little bit of space. I know they like to press.
Excellent spell of possession here for the Clovers. That's what you like to see.
You like to see, but just, as
a mistaken
as
pass,
it is turned over quickly.
But let's see how they respond and how they.
Plenty of time, 20 minutes in. No score, Savannah Clovers, Gold Star Detroit. Rematch of 3 weeks ago. I don't want to jinx it, but it's slightly better weather than we had 3 weeks ago. despite the impending storms in the area. Martinez out to Bunting on the wing. Cal Green has been heavily marked. The start of this match here as it's played all the way back to Barnes.
Maybe young, but he's definitely commanding some attention there from the Gold Star defense.
Andy Martinez looking to have a go. Played in there to Barrowman. Does Barrowman have a lane to shoot? He's going to have a go, and he has run out of real estate there. Easily played away for a goal kick.
Gold Star defense collapsing once again on the man with the ball. That's been the best part of the Gold Star defense so far.
Yeah, it really has. They've really. I think the biggest concern they have is you're facing a player making his first professional start. He has come on in a couple of substitutions. Incredibly fast up top. And you want to take out your striker. They're going to try to take out our striker to make it a little bit more difficult for our wingers to whip it in and try to give him a chance on goal.
Absolutely. I believe going forward, that's going to open the game up for Barrowman. The first game against Gold Star, he was out with that red card, but he's clearly making an impact here with some of that possession and push forward.
Bunting taking over. Cal Green, is he going to have a chance on goal? Oh, it's off the side netting. Thought we had a little something brewing there. Quick pass in. Cal Green turns to shoot. Catches nothing but the side netting.
Quick Clovers press, making things a little difficult for that usually stout Gold Star defense. Excellent work by them.
Yeah, Barrowman showing a little bit there, trying to work it in there.
He is. He's definitely stepping up right now, taking up some of that space ahead when he's usually more of a holding.
Of course, remember, Andrew Barrowman scored the first professional goal in Savannah Clovers history against Michigan Stars on opening night here at Memorial.
What a goal that was, Kyle.
Yeah, great build-up. He was able to find it in space and absolutely bury it. It was an absolute honor to be able to do that call. We're hoping for a lot more. Lobsiger. A little bit of movement there. Trying to go for a shot with Pondy. Directed away. And it is quickly redirected for a Gold Star Detroit goal. Playing it off the rebound. It is 1-0 Gold Star over the Savannah Clovers.
Real unfortunate event there, Kyle. Pondy makes a great save on an attack by Lobsiger. Gets a good shot off low and wide to Pondy. Gets the parry, but an unmarked man coming off that backside was able to bury it.
That's just it. You lose your unmarked man, especially it's so difficult. The keeper can usually has no chance to make a rebound of a save. He goes and stretches all the way out, parries it away, makes a fine save. But again, the unmarked man off the deflection leads to the goal for Gold Star.
This next 5 minutes is very important for the Clovers. Got to see how they're going to respond to that.
That's a big thing. How you respond in those moments here. And it looks like Lobsiger is credited with the goal. I thought it took a deflection, but he is being credited. That's number 22, Dakota Lobsiger, with the goal. Still plenty of time here. Only 24 minutes in here at beautiful Memorial Stadium.
It looks like we have a little more rain starting to come again.
Yeah, a little bit of weather in the area as Junior Rosero looks to take another shot from Jack Pondy, who saw it, but luckily heads out of play. Last 5 minutes, Gold Star Detroit really trying to press on the counterattack here. Obviously led to their first goal. De Leon. And you know the Clovers would love to respond quickly here. Cal Green giving chase. Surrounded by 3 Gold Star defenders, and he's easily gobbled up.
Even Barnes stepping outside of the box there for a moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get on some of these fields and there's lines all over the place. You can get a little out of sorts there as a
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
it's a multi-purpose field. Hey, this is a great facility, but
Wonderful facility.
I mean, there are lacrosse is played here, football is played here, you name it. As the rain begins to cascade down, as we get closer to sunset here, evening's dawning upon us here at Memorial Stadium.
Might see a little more speed on the ball as it picks up and gets a little more wet.
Yeah, that's definitely going to change the flow a little bit here, as the Clovers have a free kick from distance. Numbers in the box. Looks like we got 5 or 6. Shandon Wright holding all the way back. Taken quickly, headed away. Not completely out.
Clovers in their first 3 games have made a lot of dangerous plays from set pieces out wide like that.
Yeah, they really have. And trying to create from set pieces, I really think, is going to be the bread and butter for the Clovers. The goal scorer, Lobsiger, playing it in the midfield. Quickly overtaken. Joel Bunting trying to work a ball up for the fast legs of Cal Green. If he can get a little bit of support. A foul given. I thought maybe he got a piece of that ball. There might have just been a clean tackle.
Yeah,
but
interesting call there, Kyle. I thought it was a good tackle, but apparently the officials saw something a little different over there.
Recent announcement here as the rain continues to fall with the forecast in the area. At the end of the half. Looks like we're going to have 5 minutes at halftime in order to hopefully get all 90 minutes in here. As we go for another Clovers free kick. Whipped it in by Hargreaves, parried away with the punch by Barnes, and it's redirected away.
Another set piece for the Clovers. That was an excellent take there. Great ball into the box, making it dangerous, forcing Barnes to punch it out.
Good whip in by Hargreaves. He had a little bit of pace on the ball, forcing Barnes to come out, at least deal with the chance. And also, change in the goal scorer. I saw the deflection, and that was knocked in by number 7. That's midfielder Dan Wright. So Dan Wright credited with the goal. The tap in on the redirect from Lobsiger.
It's nice to find out I wasn't wrong on that.
You know, you were not wrong at all. And, I mean, it's difficult from a vantage point high up in the booth to be able to see exactly who got the redirection. But, hey, we want to get the stats right for you.
'Tis true.
'Tis true, yes. Well put.
Another free kick for the Clovers here.
Yeah, another free from distance here.
High line just inside the 18 by the Gold Star defense.
It's pretty much where they've lined up for the majority of their free kicks in their as far as their defense. Taken in deep. It's a high one. Might be a little bit too deep. Barnes scrambles in a sea of green and comes down with it. And once again, Gold Star will work out of the back. Cisse challenged, and Yaya Cisse comes into contact with with Joel Bunting, and looks like he's going to go into the book. I think he may have caught on the chin of the face of Yaya Cisse. You can hear him groan in pain all the way up here from the booth, but he's back on his feet.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate play there. Looked like Bunting was just trying to get in and make a play on the ball. As he was turning, hand went up and unfortunately caught Cisse in the face, and ref saw a little bit of animosity in that one.
Yeah, and I really don't think there was a whole lot to that. It's just unfortunate, but I'm sorry, when you come in contact with a player's face, you're likely going to go into the books.
Yeah, this day and age, that's certainly looked at a lot closer than it used to be. Anytime there's contact to the face, you're likely looking at a card.
Detroit trying to make something go from the wing into the range of Jack Pondy. You can tell that ball's getting a little bit slippery out of there. Hargreaves looking for Martinez. Martinez guarded closely. He'll work it out All the way to Chandler Vaughn. Vaughn going to drop all the way back to Shandon Wright. Shandon with a little bit of pace. Normally stay-at-home central back, but he can certainly press up if he needs to. Hargreaves. Bunting back to Hargreaves.
Gold Star once again starting to sit a little more back, trying to absorb some of this pressure from the Clovers.
Whitman trying to keep it in play if he can find a way to curl it in.
Oh.
And a little bit of deflection forces Barnes off his line to make a save.
Barnes wasn't expecting that one.
No, he wasn't, but luckily he was guarding that left goalpost very closely. I mean, you'll take a gift at this point.
Absolutely. And again, seeing the high line by the Clovers.
Yeah, they really are holding that high line.
Yeah, it's really interesting seeing two completely different styles of play here on the field between Clovers and Gold Star. Gold Star wants to sit back and absorb all the pressure, which opens it up for the Clovers to really apply the press when they lose the ball in their offensive third.
Absolutely, Mike. Ball played in, looking for Lobsiger, looking to try to whip it in. It looks like he may have a chance here. Similar situation, Pondy up with the save. This time it was directed right at Pondy. Jack is able to make an easy save.
Excellent hands by Pondy.
Talented goalkeeper, formerly with Charleston Battery, getting a chance to be the number one choice keeper here, Savannah Clovers.
Sorry, got a couple of man of the matches under his belt.
Yeah, he has certainly been a mainstay in between the sticks for the Clovers. He's an outstanding goalkeeper. Redirected all the way back to Barnes.
More excellent pressing here by the Clovers.
Yeah, they continue to press, but really haven't been able to come up with any big chances here. The Clovers want to make sure they don't get caught napping at the back here.
Yeah, one thing you always got to watch out when you are pressing high like that.
The ball's played out wide. Going to see if Vaughn can get there. Played back in. De Leon deflects. A little bit of an unfortunate deflection, but he manages to get it away. Dangerous redirection that goes out for a Gold Star Detroit corner. And that was not what he was wanting to do with that clearance.
Yeah, a bit of a miscue there. Looked like Pondy wanted to try and clean that up, but sometimes the defense just doesn't want to take a chance there in weather like this.
Shortly played in. Deflected away. We're going to have another corner here.
Getting back to my earlier point, just before they made that break for Gold Star, just want to be a little more observant for the Clovers and a midfield gap forming between the defense and that pressing midfield and attack. They just need to make sure to keep their positioning and communicate.
Keep the shape, keep the presser. Dan Wright trying to play it in, hoping for a little bit of a deflection here. Quick shot from Yaya Cisse, gobbled up by Jack Pondy. Great awareness by Pondy. Relatively easy save, type of save a professional keeper needs to make.
He really does make those look easy. My days playing, I might have had a deflection into the goal on that, but
well, sometimes you want to make it, when you're playing at the amateur ranks, you want to make it look cool. Played up quickly by Bunting. Bunting looking for a little help, plays it in right into the waiting arms of Brandon Barnes. I feel like we've been saying that a lot the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's showing the Clovers on that attack, and they really want to get early balls swung into the box, but they need to do some work to get back here.
Lobsiger, ever present out there in that midfield. Played away, Aaron Martinez.
Much better for the Clovers on that defense.
Able to hold back, hold their shape, gain the possession back. Hargreaves back over to Shandon Wright.
Doing a little more 1-2 here, unfortunately, before that giveaway.
1-2 quick. He's on his line. He's off. Looks like, yep, offside's right there. Junior Rosero making a break for it. Went a little bit too early on that. Aaron Martinez looking at his options. Looking for Berriman. Berriman calls for it. Gets a piece of it. Aaron Martinez working it out wide. If he can hold on to it, drop it back to Theo Wickman.
Clovers with some numbers here into the box. Want to try and take advantage of that as Gold Star's defense is working back slowly.
Berriman. A little bit of contact over Joel Bunting. It's out of play for a throw. Drums continue to bang on here in the rain.
First City supporters will go anywhere to make noise, won't they?
That's what we got to do. Let them know you've been here. Barnes plays it in, goes out of play.
Yeah, so far they made the trek up to play the Battery during that the U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah, good experience. You know, if we had some more time, I'd really love to talk about that whole experience, as it's deflected out of play for a Clovers throw. Actually, no, that was deflected all the way for a corner. Missed that from my vantage point here up in the booth. Andy Sanchez to take. Clovers, looks like they're going to play with 4 up top. Taken quickly, Barnes is out. He gets a piece of it and hauls it in.
Yeah, Barnes ventures very far away from his goal on that one. He's definitely a keeper that likes to control that box.
Clovers trying to handle this in transition here. Martinez comes all the way back to collect that as he heads back to the midfield. Clovers really want to have a go here in the last 7 to 8 minutes of this first half. A few fouls in here, a couple of...
Ooh, might have been a handball there. Doesn't look like the ref is interested in that.
Looks like we simply have a throw given. Incidental contact probably on that handball. Decides not to call it. Gets it over to Green. Looking for Berriman if he can break free. Berriman's still going, and he's taken to ground. No foul. Play on.
Yeah, he was hoping for some contact there. See if he can get an opportunity for the Clovers. Once again, the official not having that one.
Rosero all the way back. Trying to look out for a wide man that looks like to be Dan Wright. First goal scorer. Wright looking to cross.
Excellent tackle.
Comes together with Chandler Vaughn. A little bit of pushing and shoving right there. And we're going to have a card here.
Yeah, Vaughn trying to make something happen there for Gold Star Detroit. Looks like he was falling on the ball, making it a dangerous play for himself. And once again, ref was having that one and decided to provide the yellow card.
And the faithful here at Memorial do not like that. It's the chance of Let's Go Clovers start bellowing out over here in the bleachers.
Unlike a few weeks ago, despite a little bit of rain, stands are still pretty packed here, Kyle.
I was about to say it's shaking up here in the booth, and that's, you love to see it.
Absolutely.
So Dan Wright ends up picking up the yellow card. Not Chandler Vaughn. I really thought that would have gone to Wright, and I was actually correct on that one. I was going to say Wright. I was right about Wright. Okay, what I already did, so too bad.
Right you are, Kyle.
Yeah, that was the perfect time for you to hit that button. Thank you.
Daniel Wright now on the books for not just the goal, but also some yellow hardware there.
Yeah, he goes into the referee's book. I believe that's 3 yellow cards given this half. 2 for Savannah, 1 for Gold Star. Zach Hargreaves plays it out to Captain Shandon Wright. Over to Martinez. Played out wide. Bunting looking to have a go. And it's easily handled by Barnes. Really love to see him elevate that a little bit.
Yeah, another great attempt there. Bunting moving over to the opposite side of the field from here in the booth here. He had been staying on this near
right
side.
wing, yeah. Really changed, totally changed directions with Sanchez. Sanchez kind of moved into the more central area here. Good work by the Clovers to clear it back to midfield.
Hopefully that's going to be a sign of some more things to come for Bunting on that side of the field.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. I've seen him on both. I mean, obviously he can play in that central forward position as Pondy's pressed into service, gathers it up. Gold Star really trying to execute the deep pass on the wing, hoping for the header or the deflection. Captain Cam Schneider playing it in for Gold Star. Deflected away by the Clovers. Get to the 42nd minute of action here. If you're just joining us here in 11 Sports. Gold Star Detroit 1, Savannah Clovers 0. You're on a slightly rainy, humid night here at Memorial Stadium in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. The ball is going to be played. Thought they might have gone back to goalkeeper Barnes. Gold Star pressing forward, looking for Roddy Green. Lead back out. Alex Dallow looking to take a shot, and it's an absolute belter from just inside the 18. And it's now 2-0 Gold Star. That's a strike you could literally do nothing about, Mike.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate for the Clovers there. Pondy, absolutely nothing he could do. There's nothing any goalkeeper could do on that. That was just a heck of a shot there by Gold Star Detroit.
Alex Dallow with his first goal of the match. 2-0 now over the Clovers. Unfortunate, but an absolutely beautiful bending strike from Alex Dallow.
Makes a little bit of a shake and bake move there. Pushes the ball on the inside from this near side of the field and just puts an absolute bender into the top 9 side netting. Unfortunate for Jack Pondy, nothing he could do.
It's an absolute textbook strike off of a right foot. That's exactly what they teach you. That's exactly how you want to take a shot. A little bit of a hill to climb here for the Clovers now in the dying minutes here of the first half here at Memorial Stadium. Worked all the way out here to Chandler Vaughn. Clovers looking to make something happen here. Hopefully going with a positive vibe to end the first half. It's played over to Martinez. A little bit too far out of the range of Theo Wickman. Really pressing up hard.
Yeah, Clovers want to try and end this half on the front foot here. Let's see if they can get something going.
Absolutely. Oh, quick strike taken there. Andrew Berriman figured why not have a go.
That's what we want to see, Kyle.
I mean, a little bit from distance, I grant you.
He was hoping it would set up there for a bit of a half volley.
He didn't really have many numbers to go to in the box. Don't expect to see a whole lot of stoppage time here. Remember, we're due to the possible incoming storms and the possibility of lightning here in the Savannah area. We're only having 5 minutes of a halftime here, so we'll be back at it really quickly here. And with some of the names that I mentioned, like Mason Moyers, Alex Arides, and Adon Tate, players with some professional experience, there's a chance you may see some new faces come on at the start of the second 45.
Yeah, I think Coach Pondy is going to do anything he can to spark a little bit more energy within this Clovers side, get a little bit more possession, and hopefully some more danger going forward.
Yeah, I mean, you know that the Clovers would love to respond with a goal to end the first half. You would love to see that right now. Detroit is pressing dangerously right now from transition.
Excellent tackle there.
Yeah, that really was. That was a proper technical tackle. Andy Sanchez looking for Cal Wright if he can stay on his feet. And he runs out of space, and that's going to be a foul for Gold Star. He's getting a little bit too anxious out there.
Got to be careful. Still on that yellow card from
Sitting
the
on
third
a yellow
minute.
right now, and Clovers certainly do not need any more names taken in referee Russell Miller's books for tonight. There's only going to be 1 minute of stoppage time as expected. Quickly.
That's a good idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Thanks.
And now for the halftime entertainment. Clovers, number 9, Joe Bunting at the 30th, and Mikhail Green at the 6th. Substitutions. Entering the game for the Clovers, number 11.
Back here at Memorial Stadium, Kyle Lawson along with Mike Blanton here getting the second half started here. Clovers down 2-0 right now. Gold Star Detroit 2, Savannah Clovers 0. It looks like we're going to have a couple of substitutions here before we get the second half started here. Don Tate has come in defense. Don Tate has played the last 3 matches for the Clovers in regular season NISA play and in the Open Cup. As referee Russell Miller gets ready to blow the whistle as the Clovers kick off the second half. We're underway here at Memorial.
I think we can all say, Kyle, we'd love to see the Clovers start off with a goal as soon as possible.
Early and often here. Biggest thing I saw, biggest takeaway from the first half, defensively, you have to close off your lines, especially when you're playing a player is playing a deep ball in. As a defender, you need to be able to cut off that line and be able to intercept that pass. And that led to the first 2 goals.
It did. There was not any kind of major, technical buildup by Gold Star, but especially on that second ball, you had that long ball come out of the defense area over the midfield to a winger running on the other side of the field. Clovers just weren't able to catch up to it, and there was a clinical finish.
It absolutely was, especially that second goal by number 21, Alex Dalu. But yeah, when you cannot close out your man as a defender, it's going to lead to chances, and unfortunately, 2 goals for Gold Star Detroit. As mentioned here, Don Tate, former Michigan Stars man, signed for Savannah. Don, interesting player. He can play in the middle of the midfield, play up top as a 10, but he can also drop back and give you some opportunities at left back.
Yeah, very versatile player. Clovers seem to really like him on that outside wing back as he actually steps a little more into the midfield here.
Quick foul here by Tate. Back to Gold Star.
Clovers already getting a couple pushes up the field, which is what you want to see here, only 2 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, just really haven't been able to make that big break.
One thing I'd really like to see here in the second half is for the Clovers to get some shots on goal. They really need to start testing Barnes. He's shown good hands from a lot of crosses and some easier balls in towards him, but really want to see him test. Really want to see them work, see what he can do as a shot-stopping goalkeeper.
Absolutely. Dallo, nifty bit of footwork to get around Tate. Deflected out of play by Shandon Wright, right in the chest, and that's going to go in for the first corner of the second half to Gold Star Detroit.
Dallo once again showing some silky moves with his footwork.
Fantastic movement, footwork to get around his defender, Don Tate.
Dallo,
very competent defender, but it goes out.
Yeah, Dallo already showing some trouble here, or causing some trouble here, switching sides of the field on this second half.
Looks like Dakota Lobsiger in to take. Deflected all the way out for a throw. Dan Wright to take. Played quickly back in. Cross all the way across the field.
Kept in.
Lobsiger keeps it in, deflected away by Hargreaves. All the way back out to Cal Green. Goes to ground. The foul is given.
Well, looks like just the throw in. Didn't want to blow the whistle on that one. I thought there was a bit of contact on green there.
I did too. It's Andrew Berriman working off that left wing back to his natural position in the middle of that midfield. Hargreaves looking to play it deep for Chandler Vaughn. Hargreaves again looking for the speedy defender working his way down the wing. Chandler Vaughn trying to work it in but could not find a green shirt in that box. Ball played all the way back. Adon Tate. Excellent awareness to turn, recover possession. Back to Gold Star. Dallow, ever present again. Breaks loose. And Pondy has to redirect. A hard shot directed on goal by number 19, Junior Rosero. And it'll go out for another corner for Gold Star.
Rosaro's real first action of the game playing in that forward position for Gold Star.
He really hasn't seen a lot of touches. A lot of the action has actually come from their wingers and from their midfield.
And if I recall, he was one of the goal scorers for Gold Star in the first leg of this double matchup here a couple weeks back.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he did score. Actually, no, that was Vlad Jokic, number 23. Headed in off the crossbar. And redirected away.
Streaking run by Green in the mid.
Foul given. And that's going to be another yellow for Gold Star, clearly pulling Joel Bunting to the ground as he had an absolute break on towards the 18.
Yeah, one of those professional fouls you just want to make because Clovers were pushing with some numbers there. Green's definitely making some better runs here in this second half.
Berriman from distance deflected. Bunting looking to have a go. Blocked away, but he has won himself a corner.
Great work once again by Bunting.
Really trying, you know how much he loved to build off that great goal that he had 2 weeks ago on the road in Daytona to Club De Leon. Roddy Green into the books for Gold Star Detroit. Each team on 2 yellows.
Bunting looking a little shaken up here. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Yeah, he might have had the wind knocked out of him. He was running with some considerable pace, and it looks like we'll try to go with a deep corner. I thought they might go with a short set piece. We shall see. It's short back out, looking for Hargreaves. Hargreaves looking to have a goal, looking for a deflection. Really didn't have much of an opportunity for a strike there. And it's parried away. Adon Tate wins. If he can absolutely find a lane.
Tate with a lot of action down that wing. That's really making a difference for the Clovers already starting here. Possession's definitely favoring us.
Yeah, and we know what they can do on the wing. It's trying to get it to your striker. And
Absolutely.
Fortunately, Cal Green has really been a non-factor. He's been heavily manned by the defenders of Gold Star. Aaron Martinez trying to go down the ring. Chandler Vaughn.
Yeah, Boateng for Gold Star matches up quite well with Green as he's very physical and has some pace of his own.
It's Berriman. Deflected again. And nothing but a sea of gold and black shirts. Gold Star Detroit playing an absolutely stifling defense. As we said, they're an experienced back four, playing together for several seasons at various levels before joining NISA. Andy Sanchez deflected out of play. Should go for a Clovers throw. that'll go for a corner that just went on the opposite side of the flag.
Could have been one of those that bounces off a flag. It's always funny when that happens.
You'd love to see a header, a big deflection, a lot of white, and only a handful of green in the box. Taken in deep, handled easily by Barnes, who goes to ground, spills it, and it's redirected out of play. 54th minute, if you're just joining us here on 11 Sports. Gold Star Detroit 2, Savannah Clovers 0 on a rainy Saturday night here at Memorial.
Yeah, rain's definitely picking up here as we get deeper into this second half.
Yeah, the great news is we haven't seen any lightning in the area, which of course led to the delay of the start of the game by over a half hour here. You know, both sides here, especially traveling all the way from Detroit, and Gold Star would love to get this 90 minutes in. Turned over, looks like we're going to have a chance for Rosero. He's got a clear line on goal. He's in on Pondy, and it's in. Just under the reach. Pondy came out, tried to cut down the angle, and it's right under him for the third goal of the game. Junior Rosero gets himself on the score sheet for Gold Star Detroit. And it's now Gold Star Detroit 3, Savannah Clovers 0.
Yeah, unfortunate build up there for the Clovers. Only had a single defender trying to step to Rosario. Makes a great step over on the ball. Defender goes right by.
The last move was so key, Mike.
Yeah, I spoke a little too soon a bit earlier ago about Rosario not being too involved. He unfortunately
yeah, he certainly found
made
some
an impact
involvement
there.
right there.
Pondy tried stepping out to cut down the angle, but that's just very tough when you have a one-on-one situation there.
It is very tough, and you're gambling as a goalkeeper all the time. Lord knows I've done it, and I know you have in your career as a
Absolutely.
goalkeeper. And I really thought he was going to be able to at least get a piece of that ball, but Rosero with a cheeky little shot, able to just absolutely tuck it under the 6'5" Pondy for Gold Star's third goal of the match.
Yeah, it's one of the tougher things for a goalkeeper of Pondy's size. No matter how good or how quick, that's a long way for a big man to try and get down on a ball like that.
Played back in, Cal Green, quickly dispossessed by Yaya Cisse.
Like to see the response here from the Clovers. Just get something going downhill, hopefully get a shot on goal, a little bit more build-up. Let's get some positivity.
Yeah, try to build off of this. I mean, and especially when you go down 3-0 in a match like this, especially a NISA match, you know, a league match, the young side, you have to find things you can take away. Even if you feel like you may not be able to take home 3 points.
Absolutely.
How do you finish? Can you get back in? Can you get a goal to get the momentum back on your side? And that's going to be really telling here in the next half hour here.
Absolutely. Young team like the Clovers. It's all about, at this point, response and building, and let's make the best of everything that can happen now. Want to see them shore up the defense here, force some turnovers, and let's get the ball going back forward for them.
Vaughn to take the throw. Deflected away by Cal Green for another throw for Detroit. Gold Star Detroit. It looks like we're going to have a change here. May have a triple change here. Max Rogova will be heading in to fill in that midfield, along with Carter Burris. And Michael Gibbons, number 5. Vlad Jokic gives way. Looking to get some fresh legs on there for Gold Star Detroit. They're clearly not done. First City supporters willing the Clovers on here. Still making noise here. Trying to get this young side back into this one.
Still seeing a good response here from the crowd. They're still into it. They're cheering on our Clovers here.
They really are. I mean, had some great support. I mean, fans that have turned out, it's been fantastic, even with the weather, wet, rainy night. Dan Wright, goal scorer, was one of the substituted players. Quentin Terry goes off as well for a three-man switch.
I was trying to follow along with the board that the fourth official was holding up, and it wasn't matching up quite right with the players coming off the field.
I was about to say it was a little bit of chaos on that video board. As I mentioned, Vlad Jokic coming off. It looks like we're going to have our changes here. Looks like a couple of players we mentioned. Alex Arides, the Cypriot winger, will come in along with Yasha Pomazov, replacing Daniel De Leon and Aaron Martinez. Pomazov, mentioned him before. Formerly of FC Sochi in the Russian Premier League. Speedy player, can play up front, can play at the back.
Very versatile player.
Oh, yeah. Excellent speed. You can play him on the wing. You can play him back. Almost in kind of a deep midfield role if you need to. Aaron Martinez put it in a solid night's work as well. De Leon holding his own at center back. The Clovers looking for some fresh legs. Hopefully will lead to a positive result. And get rid of that clean sheet for Gold Star Detroit. 61st minute here. Gold Star 3, Clovers 0. Roddy Green Jr. plays it in. Goes all the way back to recently subbed on Michael Gibbons.
Excellent defending to track that ball through the rain and cut it off.
Yeah, it's going to be more difficult here. As Alex Arides, his first action of the game. Fouling Carter Burris. Clovers trying to win it back here in transition. Arides playing it in, able to get a foot on it. Quickly recovered by Gold Star Detroit. And it's out of play. That Arides might have had a little something. He was trying to look for a little give and go with Cal Green. Good defending by Gold Star. Clovers back to the drawing board here in the midfield as Hargreaves works it out to Chandler Vaughn. Rain continuing to cascade down here at Memorial Stadium. Ball goes up into the stands. That's not a souvenir. Those are incredibly expensive balls. Played all the way back. Clovers better be careful. Junior Rosero. Excellent tackle.
Great tackle. Rosario could have been through on that.
Excuse me. Daniel De Leon was not subbed off. It was Aaron Martinez. De Leon still in at center back. My apologies.
We'll blame it on the board.
Yeah, fine. Blame it on the board. Yeah, blame technology. There you go, buddy. It's played all the way back to Jack Pondy. Booted away. Cal Green. Headed back in the midfield.
Seen a little better organization here from the Clovers. They've cleaned up a little bit of that gap in the midfield that was forming between them and the defense.
Yeah, I mean, really at this point, show that you can hold your shape for 90 minutes.
Yes, absolutely, Kyle.
And, I mean, there's a lot of teachable moments to be taken away from tonight's game if the result does not change. i.e. being able to close down your man on defense. That's the biggest thing, and I mean, this is a young defensive core playing together. They've only been together, I mentioned here, these players have only been playing together for a month and a half. Gold Star considerably more veteran squad as far as the players on their roster. Berriman. Yasha Pomazov getting his first touches of the game, working it back out to De Leon. De Leon looking to play it in, looking for Cal Wright. It's going to go all the way up for Alex Arides. If he can get to it, goes for a chance, deflected in, parried away. Adon Tate trying to keep it going. Yasha Pomazov back to Hargreaves. I would guess they're trying to look to work and involve their wingers a little bit more here. Chandler Wright trying to work his way out, but the ball's deflected away. Right out quickly to clear from a hustling Junior Rosero. He wanted two. He's looking for that brace.
Yeah, Rosero's turning on in the second half. He definitely wants his name mentioned a little more.
Yeah, he's definitely found that third gear here in the second half. After really not being terribly involved in the first half, but scored the third goal of the game here at the start of this second half. Dalu, once again, looking for the number 9 in Rosero. And it's out of play. Go all the way back for a goal kick for Jack Pondy. 66th minute here. Arides, Cypriot winger. We know what he can do.
Not a bad idea, trying to slip that ball in there to Green.
Yeah, certainly what you'd like to see. No foul given. Alex Dallo goes to the ground, leading to a whistle.
Is he calling that foul there, or is he just hoping to get a...
Yeah, I thought maybe there was a little bit of an injury, perhaps a cramp here. It's still hot and humid despite the rain coming down here.
Yeah, very delayed whistle.
And it looks like Hargreaves having a little bit of a conversation with Russell Miller, head referee. And it looks like a foul has been given, a free from distance for Gold Star. Wasn't really sure. He wasn't really demonstrative in calling the foul.
No, not much there.
Taken from distance. Tate heads out. Rosero trying to go for the rebound there. And deflected away. Arides was really looking for a turnover there. Carter Burris goes to ground. Alex Arides looking to counter with two defenders tracking him. Ball somehow manages to stay in play. Looking to change directions all the way back. Chandler Vaughn tracking.
It's about the fourth ball that Gold Stars played clear across the field diagonally.
They're really trying to change directions right now. Again, try to catch Savannah defenders out of position. Adon Tate pressing up, looking for Cal Green. Zach Hargreaves goes out to the winger Arides. Playing the ball through. If he can get to Cal Green there. Heavily guarded this entire match. Berriman looked like he might have a go there, even though there's a handful of defenders there. Press back to Hargreaves.
That's the danger that you can see
Tate
from
looking
Cal
to
Green.
bring it into the box, deflected away. And it's whistled. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
I was going to say, that's the danger you can see with Cal Green with some of his speed. I would like to see him, as he's pushing up like that, receiving the ball, try and turn a little more inside there. He didn't quite have the defense stepping up, though they did close quickly, which shows his potential.
It's almost as if they had a bit of a scouting report on Cal. They know about his speed, but they have absolutely double-teamed him for the majority of this match. He hasn't had a clear-cut chance. Whenever they try to work a play into him in the middle, it's been quickly gobbled up and redirected.
Yeah, very, very tough to get Cal Green going in this right now.
Because you know the explosive speed, what he could do in transition with the ball at his feet, and unfortunately we haven't been able to see it. That was really one of the keys for me tonight was what can we see from this young forward?
definitely showing a lot he can build off of. I would like to see him start stepping and maybe peeling off the ball, changing up a little bit of what he's doing.
Ball looking in for a read ace. 2 defenders in hot pursuit. Over to the feet of Brandon Barnes, who really hasn't had a whole lot to do. Only really called into action 1 or 2 minor saves from the Clovers, from shots from the Clovers. Max Rigovo, a big number 45 coming into the game, back over to Rosero in the middle. Quickly taken over by Shandon Wright. Excellent tackle.
It's well done from right there coming out of the back. He was hoping to get something going, pushing forward, but unfortunately tripped up for a foul. Clover's ball.
The free taken quickly. Pomazov all the way back to Vaughn. Captain Shandon Wright. For Barrowman. Not exactly the first touch he would have liked, and it's played back in. If Alex Dalu can get it, Shandon Wright chasing. Dalu have a shot, and it's in there for his second goal of the match. Alex Dalu with his second goal of the game.
Yeah, that's a real unfortunate series of events right there.
I mean, what did you see in the build-up there? Obviously, got beat in transition.
Yeah, Barrowman's just looking to play an easy ball back, and unfortunately mishits it. Very hard to control on this wet surface with a wet ball. Leads to a turnover, an unfortunate break right in on Pondy. Nothing Pondy could do for that.
Yeah, there really was nothing they could do. Gold Star 4, Savannah Clovers 0 here in the 71st minute. Number 21, Alex Dalu with his second goal of the match. Not as pretty as the first one, but they all count the same. So right now, you're down 4-0. You have 20 minutes to play. What do you want to see? As Adon Tate attempts to go for a cross. A little bit of miscommunication from the defenders.
Kyle, I'd like for the Clovers to just get more control of this game back. 4 goals is a lot to ask to overcome, but we just need to take some positives out of this and gain some possession. Come back to a cohesive unit, compact the field a little bit, and play together, and try and build off of that.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's just it. You try to look, okay, play this out. How do you finish? This is difficult for a young side as a foul is called against the Clovers. Looks like we're going to have our final changes for the night. Detroit will bring in 2. And the Clovers will make their final substitutions, too. For the Clovers, looks like we're going to see Mason Moyers and Sonny Quintanilla, local product, come into the game. And Cal Green. Mikkel Green will come off, along with the likes of Joel Bunting. Both put in solid work rates, but unfortunately weren't able to create anything offensively.
Yeah, all things considered, Green and Bunting showed they can work very well together. They both really busted their rears for this whole game. Put in tough game of work here in this terrible weather. Hopefully they can head into the locker room after this and hold their heads up high and just keep on working to get better.
Yeah, that's really all you can do at this point. A little over 13 minutes to,
Closer to 17 minutes.
It's a little closer to 17 minutes. I went to broadcasting school. I am not good at math in any way. Mabruk Sala, number 70, comes in.
Not to harp on the fourth official here, but they were trying to say that Boateng was coming out of the defense for Gold Star. He certainly was not one of their subs.
No, absolutely not. Rosero back in. 3 deflects and an absolute rocket from Max Rogova. And it's 5-0. Gold Star Detroit 5, Savannah Clovers 0. And it's getting to be a little difficult to watch here, Mike.
Yeah, Clovers have a little bit of sagging heads now. You see them trying to pick it up. It was a great ball down the right side and a sparkling cross across the box for Regova to have that one time on a full volley. Once again, Pondy had nothing he could do about that.
No, that was one of those where there's been several goals tonight where I really, pretty much nearly every goal I would not put on Jack Pondy.
Absolutely not.
The second Delu goal, possibly. You would like to think you'd be able to make the save on that, but it's a moot point at this juncture right now. Max Regova, absolute thunder in that right leg.
Yeah, he timed that ball really, really well. That is not an easy volley to take.
Timed perfectly. He had no men to beat. All alone with the ball at his feet, leading to the 5th goal of the match. As the goal is announced, time ticking away here. Fans that have braved the elements are staying for the full 90.
Still see the first supporter flag cheering us on, rooting for their Clovers. And that, you always love to see that.
You love to see the support, especially not only when your team's having a rough night, but also when the elements are not exactly favorable. Mabruk Salah gets his first touches of the game, played all the way back to Brandon Barnes. Clover still pressing to a degree. You want to finish like professionals. For many of these players, this is one of their early clubs of their career. They want to finish it off strong like a professional. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, with 15 minutes to go, give or take, this is the toughest game to play as a young professional. You just want to put as much heart back into it as you can and try and close out strong. Clovers have to be very careful here, though. Everyone wants to step up, try and press, try and win the ball back, make something positive happen, but you got to be careful of that exposing another ball through. Gold Star definitely doesn't want to be finished with 5. They want to keep going.
No, when a team's in a groove, absolutely. Clock continues to tick away. Rain continues to fall here. Very lucky to even be able to get the 90 in with the threat of lightning in the area here.
Yeah, pulling up to the stadium, I thought we might actually not start this game. That radar was not looking good.
It was not favorable, and it looks like the Savannah
starts.
area, it looks like we may have just been slightly dusted here.
Wet and not fun, but the dangerous stuff has stayed away, luckily.
It certainly has.
Let's have a shot.
See Moyers here. A little bit of a deflection, goes all the way out of play. Almost forcing Brandon Barnes off his line.
That's better for the Clovers. Gold Star's defense still stepping and taking up a lot of space to force a deflection on that and ultimately make it not very dangerous.
And you've seen sequences throughout the game where the Clovers have managed possession well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what's been difficult is the breakdowns on defense, losing the ball in transition, not being able to close out your man that has led to the goals.
Yeah, you are spot on there, Kyle. That's been the biggest change or biggest difference between these two teams in this game, such as right now with this build-up as we're seeing. But again, with a young team, you're going to see the Clovers be able to watch this film and actually pick up where things maybe weren't perfect for them and be able to build off of it.
Yeah, there's teachable moments all over this match. There truly is. It's great to see some younger players. Sonny Quintanilla, first year as a professional, made his debut a couple of weeks ago.
Yep, great to see young local talent representing our Clovers.
I was hoping we'd see a run out for Mason Moyers, really talented defender, box-to-box defender, number 6. Or midfielder, pardon me.
Yeah, Moyers just got an engine. He just keeps on going.
He really does. He really does. He fits in the number 6 role. He can be a holding midfielder, but he can also press up and create.
We've seen in the first few games, Moyer started. They definitely want to use him to come off the bench and provide a spark. Would like to have maybe seen that sub a little sooner, but all things considered with the score, wasn't urgent at that point.
Yeah, and when you get to that point when you're down 3-0, you really want to see, okay, who can I bring on? Who can I give some exposure to, give some minutes, so we can have these teachable moments in training in the video room this week. Clovers will be back at it, be on the road next week. That's going to be probably the biggest test of their season, where they're playing really the gold standard of NISA right now in Chattanooga FC.
Yeah, Chattanooga always bringing a strong side. Even folks who have just watched nothing but USL and MLS, even they know how good Chattanooga can be through watching Open Cup over these years.
They can make a run. I mean, they made it into the 4th round this year, facing some high USL talent. You advance beyond that, you're starting to look at MLS sides. They're currently at first place in NISA. Right. What a Sonny Quintanilla getting his first touches of the match. Back over to Chandler Vaughn.
That might just be the first pass back I've seen to Pondy in this whole game.
Yeah, he really hasn't been involved with his feet all that much. Athletic keeper, really can use both of his feet really well, technically sound.
Yeah, very good ball skill, which is what you like to see in modern-day goalkeepers. They're not just there to stop shots while it's their ultimate goal, but they really can be that 11th player on the field that can make a difference.
Well, I'll admit that was kind of the way I played. I could not use my feet. I was just a shot stopper.
Yeah, we
That's
grew
why
up. We
I
grew
was
up
never
in a different time.
Well, yeah, the game has changed considerably, and I was not a professional caliber goalkeeper, but I love doing it. Is that out of bounds?
I became a goalkeeper myself, Kyle, simply because I could kick the ball really far.
Yeah, I think that, when you go, hey, this is kind of fun, let's do that. Mentioned up here on the video board, I just saw, and we talked about this a little bit before game, really neat exhibition coming up. May 19th, the Savannah Clovers will be taking on the Savannah Liga, which is the amateur league that the Clovers started in here in Savannah, taking on their all-star team. And it's almost surreal. You go back 7 years, the fact that the Clovers were in that league. They were the tops of that league, and a short few years later, you're playing professionally. You're playing at the 3rd tier of American soccer.
Yeah, it's really wonderful to see that they're putting this together.
Yeah, it's important. It's really important. I mean, just to show, because this is such a, in its DNA, this club is such a grassroots organization. It really is.
Yeah, they love being part of the community. And Savannah, for a relatively major city in Georgia, has a very tight-knit, small soccer community. I'm proud to be a part of the Savannah Liga, playing on a nice amateur team as a goalkeeper myself.
Oh, yeah.
And there is some real talent in that league. I play against some quality players.
Players that have played professionally or possibly young players that may have a chance.
Yeah, there are a lot of good clubs out there, and it makes for a lot of fun Sunday soccer.
The old Sunday League. Dello. Is it out wide? Guarded closely by Quintanilla. Rogova looking to have another goal. Plays it deep in the box. Comes together with Quintanilla, and it's out of play. So we reach the 83rd minute here at Memorial. Goes out for a corner for Gold Star. That's Cameron Schneider, number 19, the captain of Gold Star Detroit.
It was one of those balls launched high in the air towards that side of the field. Couldn't really tell if the ref wanted to call a goal or a corner kick or a throw-in on that.
Yeah,
one.
it was hard to determine. The rain's getting thicker here as Schneider plays in, looking for his man Rosero.
Deep ball into the box.
Deep ball. Rosero plays it even deeper. Rigovo. And it's out of play for a goal kick. Hargreaves. The way out to Chandler Vaughn. Newcomer from LA Galaxy 2. Arides. Arides might have a chance here if he can break. He's going to have a go. Easily deflected.
Very good work by Arides there. That was the Clovers' best chance so far in this second half, maybe even this whole game.
Yeah, really tried to build up, but excellent defending by Leo Palma to deflect out of play. Leads to a corner. Arides, a little bit of trickery. Speedy winger. Corner in, looking for Arides, deflected out of play.
Clover's still sticking to their game plan here, still pressing high.
Well,
I like to see that.
Yeah, you don't abandon the game plan just because circumstances dictate otherwise. This is what you train for. Rosero. Some dangerous territory. Played back to Pondy. Back to Hargreaves. Yasha Pomazov looking for a little give and go with Barrowman.
This is excellent. This is good for the Clovers.
Little nice development there. Would love to see if it would turn into a chance, and unfortunately, deflected away.
Not on the same page there.
Not on the same page. Good sequence. 4 or 5 really good passes to get into the final third of the pitch. But unfortunately, unable to come up with the attacking chance. Offsides there. As Hargreaves tries to try to set up something here. Trying to figure out how you want to press with 5 minutes remaining here.
Still getting the wing backs into the action with Vaughn stepping up here.
Yeah, a lot of speed. I knew he was a quick player. Actually manages to get up a pretty decent pass. But once again, Clover's just not on the same page up front.
This is what we saw in the first matchup between these two teams. The Gold Star defense is excellent. I know we've said it tonight already. They've got a lot of experience together, but I think that's been one of the biggest differences in shutting down this Clover's attack.
100%, Mike, and the teams that they've played together for several seasons now. They're a solid back four. They play from the back. I mean, that's the backbone of their club, is that back four defensive unit.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gold Star, as we're talking about goalkeepers and their ability to play with their feet, Gold Star is kind of not a modern team in how they're playing. They're playing deep. They're not pressing high, trying to hold that possession, and as you say, build out of the back, and clearly today it's worked for them.
Yeah, it really has. We have an injured Clover here. Picked up a little bit of a knock there.
Is that Shandon Wright down there?
Shandon Wright, who's really taking a beating out there in that central defense. Captain of the Clovers. We tick down here, about 2 minutes. Plus added time.
Looks like Wright's going to be okay and will be stepping back onto the field soon.
Yeah, it just needs a minute. Get the okay from the from the linesman. De Leon will take it back out. Looking for our Reedies. De Leon to Quintanilla. Quick back pass here. Detroit, Gold Star Detroit has essentially pulled nine players back, leaving only Junior Rosero up front, looking to close out a 5-0 victory.
Rosario's still with plenty of energy.
Yeah, he really has. He's been, but I mean, he has found, like we said, he's found that third gear here in the second half. Led to a great goal. Salah. As we spoke of it again, Rosero looking to have a goal. He's not done. Plays it wide. Nearly was 6. Wide shot. Just eluding the side post.
And no extra time added.
No extra time added. And that's the game here, folks. Final score, Gold Star Detroit 5, your Savannah Clovers 0. A rainy night here at Memorial. You've been listening and watching Savannah Clovers Soccer right here on 11 Sports. We'll be back right after this. Back here at Memorial Stadium with the post-game show right here on 11 Sports, Savannah Clovers Soccer. Tough one tonight here on a damp, rainy night here at Memorial. Gold Star Detroit 5, Savannah Clovers 0. Final thoughts, Mike?
Yeah, this was just a tough game for the Clovers. They tried executing a game plan, pushing forward with a young squad. Gold Star definitely had a game plan to sit back, absorb the pressure, and it worked out for them. They were able to counter, take advantage of a few mistakes, and kind of take it to the Clovers.
Yeah, they really did. And there's going to be a lot of teaching moments here. I know Coach David Proctor and Paul McGlynn, Bert Leonard, the great coaching staff up the Clovers, be looking to build on this. And the big tests are going to keep coming here. You're playing with the big boys now right here. Tough match to watch tonight. I mean, Gold Star really found a third gear in the second half.
Yeah, they really did. They're just a good squad. You can see that, as we've stated through this broadcast, they've been playing together for a few years. Clovers, still very green, figuratively and literally. This is gonna be something they need to keep their heads held up high. Tough conditions, but we got a stadium here that supports them. We got a new community that loves these Clovers, and I'm really looking forward to see how they bounce back after this.
Yeah, they really will, and the big tests are going to keep coming. The Clovers will be on the road. They'll be playing NISA Leaders first place, Chattanooga FC, up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, next Saturday at 7 p.m., and that's going to be a tough one. It'll be a difficult matchup, especially playing a tough side is what I was trying to say.
Yes, you're
should
right.
be should be an interesting matchup here, but a big test for a young side. But the Clovers didn't lose their shape, but this was a tough one, but there's a lot to build on, and I'm sure there's going to be some better days to come here for the Clovers here at Memorial Stadium here. So final thoughts and remarks here from us. I'm Kyle Lawson along with Mike Blanton. You've been watching Savannah Clovers Soccer streaming live on 11 Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a good night, Savannah.